Over these past few months, we've been talking about the rise of influencers on TikTok and how untrustworthy a lot of them are. One of the names that's been brought up over and over again is Mikayla, and it's clear a lot of people don't trust her. There's a clear pattern of behavior with influencers like Mikayla on TikTok where they've shown us time and time again that they don't care about building trust with their audience and simply just care about the check. This has made a lot of fans lose trust in her, and now some of the backlash is even landing on the brands who still choose to work with her. A lot of people can't believe that brands are choosing to give these life-changing opportunities to someone with a track record like Mikayla, and as a result, these brands working with her are getting dragged over it. Mikayla just announced a new collab with a major cosmetics brand, and just as expected, there's been a ton of negative feedback. It's a mess, so let's get into it. A few months ago, we talked about the collab that Mikayla did for her wedding with e.l.f. She had a whole series on TikTok trying to find the products that she wanted to wear for her wedding, and that series was highly profitable for her. She had brands sending her so much stuff. She was getting sponsorships, and in the end, it didn't even matter because she got her makeup done by Makeup by Mario, and it seemed like he used most of his own products. In the spirit of profiting off her wedding, Mikayla decided to team up with e.l.f. and release her perfect wedding lip combo. She released a lipstick and a lip liner, and the response was definitely mixed. Although it did sell out pretty quickly, a lot of people felt strange about her profiting off her wedding. We've seen so many influencers get married before, but we've never really seen an influencer publicize their wedding on this scale. It wasn't sitting right with a lot of people, and e.l.f. also got a lot of backlash for collabing with her. This was only a few months after Lashgate, and e.l.f. is a beloved brand. People were saying there were so many more deserving influencers out there who would have loved to collab with e.l.f., but here they were picking Mikayla. Now, to be fair, it sounds like this collab was actually in the works long before Lashgate even happened, so I guess it was kind of out of e.l.f.'s hands at that point. Of course, they could have canceled it, but that would have been a lot of lost revenue for them. Mikayla's wedding was nearly 5 months ago now, and yet she's still trying to capitalize off of it. Mikayla just announced another engagement and wedding-inspired collab with P.Louise, and it's getting a lot of backlash. Last week, Mikayla headed off to England, but she never said what she was doing there. There were some people guessing that it might be P.Louise, and they were right.
Anyways, a driver took us to the hotel, and you are about to see the most insane room reveal that I've ever seen. My jaw is on the floor. If you haven't guessed it, I'm in Manchester with P.Louise. Look at how they decked out my room. I have never seen anything like this. This is insane. It was almost too much to digest. Like, I was like flustered. It was so much stuff. I am in utter awe.
At this point, people really weren't expecting anything much to come from this. Mikayla had said that this was just a brand trip, and from the content she was posting, that's what it seemed like it was. But it ended up being much more than just a brand trip. Mikayla is actually teaming up with P.Louise and releasing an entire engagement wedding theme collection.
I think about dreams a lot, and this is a dream. This is a dream coming true right in front of me. To be here with P.Louise, a brand I have ridden for years, and to be able to say I created my own collection with one of my favorite brands of all time. I can't thank you enough to P.Louise, but also you watching this video. I wouldn't be here without you. And thank you to my husband, who tells me he's proud of me like 30 times a day. I created a collection that is representative of me, my family, my life. It's been a year in the making, and not only is it the most beautiful collection I've had the incredible opportunity to create, but it's also the most important project I've worked on. And honestly, I just can't believe that you guys finally are gonna get to have it in your hands. I am so excited for you to discover my winter wonderland and my collection to have and to hold in case you get cold with P.Louise.
Now, at first, I thought this was going to be like a winter wonderland theme collection. It was clearly going to be very blue and icy. She had captioned one of her videos, "Are you ready to step into my winter wonderland?" And she was using Christmas music to promote the collab. But it turns out it's actually another wedding collab. When Mikayla revealed the palette, she captioned the video, Introducing my first of many products in my P.Louise x Mikayla collection, my extra large palette to have and to hold in case you get cold. Featuring 50 gorgeous matte and shimmer shades perfect for the colder months. This palette is inspired by my engagement and wedding, and I cannot wait to share more of it with you. Launching on November 20th, 2023. And just as we guessed, the palette is very icy and blue forward. Now, right away, the first thing I noticed was just how big this palette is. I personally feel like a lot of these shades are so close to each other in color that they really could have cut a lot of them and made a much smaller palette. Once you get some of these shades on your lid and blend them out with the transition shades, a lot of them are going to be so close that you won't even be able to tell the difference, so I don't really get the point. The comments are being heavily monitored on Mikayla's social media, so pretty much everything is positive right now, but that's where Trend Mood comes in. Trend Mood posted the palette on their Instagram, and the comments show a more accurate picture of how people are feeling. The main comments I'm seeing are people thinking it's strange how much Mikayla is pushing her wedding, writing, "She's really dragging out her wedding and engagement. Like, we get it. It was one big influencer event and now it's over. Just chill." A palette based off some stranger's wedding? Anyone else find that weird? Other people were criticizing how much blue there was, how big the palette is, and how they could have left out a lot of the shades because of how similar they are. Writing, "I don't want to support her, but unbiased opinion, this palette had a lot of potential, but that is way too many blue shades. They're going to look all the same on the eyes." Other people shared their disappointment in P.Louise for supporting her, writing, "Cute, but I'm not going to buy something associated with Mikayla. No thank you." And as always, whenever a new palette gets released, people start comparing it to past palettes and drawing comparisons, and that's exactly what's happening. The main palette that people are comparing it to is Jeffree Star's Blue Blood. We had people writing, "What in the blue blood? It looks like a Jeffree palette." And I'm gonna have to agree here. It's very similar to Blue Blood, and it makes me wonder if Jeffree is gonna have something to say. Jeffree was very vocal about Mikayla during Lashgate.
Oh, hello everyone, welcome back. Normally you're used to hearing welcome back to my channel, but bitch, we're on TikTok now. I've taken 2 months off from reviewing makeup, and girl, y'all really awoken up the Loch Ness Monster.
Jeffree had asked her to come down to Wyoming to test the mascara out with him on camera, and as far as I know, she completely ignored his invitation, so I could see this causing a little bit of drama. But what do you guys think about this? Are you disappointed that major brands are still working with Mikayla? And what do you think about the color story? Is it too much for you? Or are you someone who loves an oversized palette, even if it does have a lot of shades that look pretty similar to the other shades? Anyways, guys, let me know what you think about everything down below, and I'll see you next time.